my beautiful people, this is your boy Stefan, your Grenadian ambassador. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Well, guys, we have a lot to break down today. Things are escalating quickly between Venezuela and Trinidad. A persona non grata was declared against Kamla Perssad Bisessar, okay, because of her position that she have taken against Venezuela in siding with the American government. And this declaration was approved moments ago within Venezuela's parliament. Take a listen.
Venezuela ama al pueblo de Trinidad y Tobago y lo ha demostrado repetidamente. Pero ese es un gobierno deleznable, el de Trinidad y Tobago. Eso es una basura de gobierno, el de Trinidad y Tobago. Esa señora está permitiendo que Trinidad y Tobago sea utilizado como un portaaviones contra Venezuela. Y nosotros vamos a actuar de todas las maneras posibles, legislativas, políticas, sociales, económicas, para que Venezuela sea respetada. Es inaceptable mantener un acuerdo que favorece a Trinidad y Tobago si Trinidad y Tobago se ha convertido en un agente de la agresión contra Venezuela. No lo vamos a permitir. Necesitamos el gas de Venezuela. Vamos a ver cuando el ratón aparezca, si lo necesitas o no lo necesitas. Por eso con las dos manos voy a apoyar este proyecto de acuerdo. Por eso es una razón de honor, de dignidad, de moral, de expresión de soberanía y de independencia venezolana, declarar a esta señora que se arrastra como los gusanos, como persona no grata para esta república que es cuna de libertadores. Las honorables diputadas y los honorables diputados que estén a favor del proyecto de acuerdo para declarar persona non grata a la primera ministra de Trinidad y Tobago, Kamla Perssad Bisessar, así como para respaldar de manera unánime la denuncia que hiciera del acuerdo energético entre Trinidad y Tobago y la República Bolivariana de Venezuela. El día de ayer, el presidente constitucional de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, sírvanse manifestarlo con la señal de costumbre, que ha aprobado por unanimidad. Se declara como persona no grata a esta señora, no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Se declara como persona no grata.
This is not good news for the Caribbean. And of course, this is not good news for Trinidad and Tobago. This is a very, very dangerous thing that Kamla Perssad Bisessar have done. This move that she have made is putting everyone in jeopardy. Now, a persona non grata means that Venezuela is basically saying they have washed their hands off Trinidad and Tobago. They have washed their hands off the government of Trinidad and Tobago. They don't want anything to do with the prime minister or the government of Trinidad and Tobago anymore. All diplomatic talks are done, the door is closed, and they don't want any business to do with Kamla Perssad Bisessar. As you have heard, the Venezuelan authorities have labeled her as an ungrateful person, and the chief of assembly have sent a strong message saying, okay, you say you don't want our gas and our oil, then let's see when the litmus appears if you will need it or not. Now, I'm not too sure what this means in Venezuelan. This is like a parable. I don't know what this means. So some of you in the comment section, you can interpret that for help us, enlighten us and interpret this for us. All right. But Venezuela is saying, all right, well, let's see. Let's wait and see if you don't need the gas or not, the oil and gas, because this persona non grata is a response to the statement that Kamla Perssad Bisessar have made. A day back, 2 days back, that Trinidad does not need Venezuela energy and we can make it on our own. This is a statement that Kamla Perssad Bisessar have made. And to me, this is an irrational, irresponsible statement to make. I don't know who is whispering in the ears of Kamla Perssad Bisessar. But my dear Prime Minister or Madam Prime Minister, you have criticized the previous government for putting all the eggs in one basket. I hope, Madam Prime Minister, the basket that you chose to put all your eggs into does not fall and crack. Because when it does, history will teach you a lesson, and by this time, it will be too late. Well, in the other news, while all this is happening, I'm coming down to the Grenadian Prime Minister, Honorable Dickon Mitchell. He's continuing to delay the decision making on the US radar request. And this delay is not working for Grenadians. A lot of Grenadians are getting frustrated. To what I'm hearing on the grounds, Grenadians are getting frustrated with this delay. But before I go into it, let's take a listen to this report.
The Prime Minister has confirmed that the US's request to install military assets is still under consideration. Trainee reporter Deidre Seeley spoke with the Prime Minister as he exited Parliament building.
Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell offered no new information on the U.S. request following the adjournment of today's highly anticipated sitting of the House of Representatives. The sitting was adjourned following the revelation that several members of Parliament did not receive documentation pertaining to the bills tabled for discussion. Speaking to GBN, the Prime Minister said internal consideration of the U.S. request continues, and he had hoped to provide context during the sitting.
You know, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had put out a statement which essentially gave the specific details as to what the request was and the fact that we were considering it. And the conversation continues because of the nature of what is requested. So, to a large extent, what I was intending to do is just simply provide some more context on this issue.
According to the Prime Minister, despite existing security cooperation arrangements with the U.S., the question of military cooperation requires extensive consideration.
Specifically, we currently cooperate with the U.S. on a whole range of security issues from a policing point of view. Through the DEA, the ATF, CARICOM impacts, the JRCC, the RSS, all of this is done in conjunction with the U.S., including Southern Command or Coast Guard. So there's ongoing constant policing cooperation within the ambit of, or international cooperation within the ambit of Grenada's national security architecture. So that is sort of currently where we are. We even have things like a gun crime intelligence unit that operates within the region that shares intelligence on those issues. Grenada doesn't have a military, obviously, so military cooperation is a completely different species. And to that extent, even the RGPF, obviously, why you may call the police a quasi-military unit, it is not. It is essentially a law enforcement unit. So from that perspective, that's part of the reason why the conversations are ongoing, because this is not a policing request in the context of the normal security policing cooperation that we have.
While a decision is not expected to be announced, the nation waits with bated breath for the Prime Minister's comments at the sitting of the House next Tuesday.
Hopefully, all of the dotting of the I's and the crossing of the T's will be done so that when we get here next Tuesday, I'll be able to do so.
Reporting for GBN News, I am trainee reporter Deidre Seeley.
Now, I'm going to be quite frank, and that is why many of you don't like my channel, all right? You don't like this channel because I am one of the realest people out here. One of the realest, because there are a few others that are doing a great job out there as well. And I am not the type of YouTuber that reacts to things and ask you, oh, guys, what you think about this. People don't want to hear what you're telling them, what you think about this. You know, they want to hear your opinion on matters. And I'm going to tell you quite frankly, things have reached a boiling point. Things have reached a boiling point that now is not the time, Mr. Prime Minister, to be diplomatic. You have gotten this request since August. What is taking you so long to make a clear and definite decision? The Grenadian people are getting frustrated because it's like somebody owe you something, because you owe us an answer. We have a right to know where we stand as a Grenadian people when it comes to this whole situation. We don't want to get caught up in this mess. The Grenadian people have already made their minds up. We don't want to get caught up in this mess. And you have a right to adhere to the wishes of the Grenadian people, because the people are the ones who put you there. The people are the ones who selected you, and you are not the one that selected the people. So it's like somebody is owing you something and they keep promising you they will pay you back next week Monday come, they delay and say, oh, well, next week Tuesday come, and same old thing, and they have you in a limbo. And that is how the Grenadian people are feeling right now. Dear Prime Minister, Mr. Prime Minister, a persona non grata has just been declared against Kamla Bisessar. So basically, Maduro have washed his hands off Kamla. There is no talks anymore. There are no the authorities of Venezuela and Trinidad are no longer friends. They don't want anything to do with the government of Trinidad anymore. So there's no diplomatic talk. This diplomacy talk, this door is closed. All right? Trump and his administration have insisted they want Maduro out. And they don't want to hear anything from anybody. So, my dear Mr. Prime Minister, this is not a time. The time has got long gone for diplomacy and staying neutral and trying to be an interloper. This is not the time for that. You have to pick which side of the fence that you are on. And I am afraid that this, I understand that you want to cooperate with both sides, but according to the present situation that we are facing right now, it calls for you to pick which side of the fence that you are on, because whichever side of the fence you choose, there will be consequences. There will be. We cannot run from it. We cannot run from it. But this situation calls for a definite answer, and the Grenadian people have already made their voices heard. You have to respect the wishes of the Grenadian people. Dear Prime Minister, Mr. Prime Minister, I have all respects for you, but I'm afraid that this delayal is not working. This delayal is not working, and it's weakening your popularity among the people. It's weakening your governance. So guys, let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. All for now. Take care. As I get more information, I will let you know. Have a blessed day.